Alvast een disclaimer, ik ben ziek. Ik ben niet naar school gegaan vandaag. Ik heb van 8 tot half 3 geslapen. En ook van 11 tot 7. Ik voel me echt niet lekker. En daarom heb ik niet de energie om deze video vandaag te editen. Maar, vandaag wil ik reageren op de regulaties van Formule 1 2026. Formule 1 2026 gaat binnenkort beginnen. En ja, dankjewel. En ik snap dat het niet een hele leuke video is. Ik hoop dat ik morgen beter ben en weer een prima video kan maken. Maar er moet iets online, dus ja.
Throw out the rulebook, rip up the form book. 75 years of innovation continues in 2026. But bigger, bolder, from the ground up. These are the biggest regulations changes in more than a decade, and this is everything you need to know. Let's start with the changes you'll see. The most visible changes are the wings. Front and rear wings have been simplified with fewer elements overall. The rear loses its lower aerodynamic beam wing, while the front wing gets a major overhaul. The elements are narrower, but the outer section...
Maar dit is gewoon... dit is gewoon een combinatie tussen de 2010 en de tegenwoordige vorige
open up
reviews.
new areas for aerodynamic development. A crucial battleground for teams, as the front wing heavily influences the car's overall aero performance. But the most visible change? Active aero. In 2026, F1 cars will dynamically adjust the angle of their front and rear wing elements in specified high-speed sections. In corners, the flaps are in corner mode, their default closed position to maintain grip. But on designated straights, drivers can engage straight mode, which opens the wings to reduce drag and increase top speed. That shift in pace opens up longer braking zones, and with them, new overtaking opportunities in places we haven't seen before. It's available to every driver, every lap, to make the most of both downforce and car power. Overall, the cars are shorter, narrower, and lighter. The wheelbase has been shortened, making them more agile and responsive for the drivers. And while the cars still sport their 18-inch tyres, they're narrower now, cutting drag, trimming weight. And they won't
Dus meer zoals de Formule 2 banden.
have those little arches above the front tyres anymore either. Once used to help manage the messy airflow from the tyres, tighter regulations will put the responsibility for this on the bodywork and components around the wheels instead, keeping the cars cleaner and lighter. This follows behind the wheels with the design of these barge boards and the simplifying and shrinking of the floor bodywork. This is to discourage outwashing, where teams direct the turbulent air off the front wheels around their car, rather than over its aero surfaces, which has affected following cars in seasons past. Cleaner lines, less dirty air. Underneath, it's a whole new story. The long ground effect tunnels are gone, replaced by flatter floors and extended diffusers with bigger openings. That means less downforce and a higher ride height, which could allow a greater range of setups, suiting a greater range of driving styles.
Okay, let's close the gap to the leader.
But a lot of changes in 2026 aren't obvious to see from the outside. The drivers will really play their part in these new cars, with a bunch of controls put right in their hands to extract lap time, attack for position, or defend from a challenge. At their fingertips is the boost button, overtake mode, and recharge controls. Essential tools to aid racing and lap time.
And reminder, you have boost available.
Boost gives the
Dit heet eerst MOM, MOM. Dat is gelukkig veranderd hoor.
drivers maximum power from the engine and battery at the push of a button. They can use it anywhere, for attack or defense,
Dat is toch hetzelfde als ERS?
so long as there's enough charge in their battery. Overtake is just for attack.
Let's close the gap to 1 second.
It gives extra power at top speed to drivers within a second of the car in front.
Overtake now available.
Essentially replacing DRS, it differs by having one single detection point which grants drivers the extra electrical energy to deploy for an overtake or to pressure the driver ahead to make them vulnerable later in the lap.
Good job, let's keep going.
And to power boost an overtake, they'll oversee their battery recharge as well. Working with their race engineer, they'll be selecting from different modes to recharge their battery from braking and engine energy. Boost, overtake, and recharge make drivers tactical masters and add more variables, making racing less predictable.
Use boost and overtake to attack this lap.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet base 40.
Powering this change is perhaps the most significant update in 2026, beneath the bodywork. The F1 power unit has had a complete rethink. At its core, it's still a 1.6-litre V6 turbo hybrid, but the balance of power has shifted dramatically. The internal combustion engine output has been downsized, while the electric motor triples its output. That's nearly a 50-50 power split between fuel and electric, pushing hybrid performance to new heights. To power this new hybrid unit, the car's energy recovery system can now recharge the battery with twice as much energy per lap. This brings a host of clever recharge modes to recover energy under braking, on throttle lift at the end of straights, or even corners where drivers are only applying part power. But one component is gone, the MGU-H. This heat recovery system has been dropped. Too expensive, too complex, and not road relevant. By removing it, teams save weight and cost, making the power unit leaner and more focused on what matters most. As Formula One races towards its net zero goal, 2026 marks a major milestone. The new power units won't just be efficient, they'll run on advanced sustainable fuel for the first time ever. This isn't just any fuel. It's made from cutting-edge sources like carbon capture, municipal waste, and non-food biomass, and it's independently certified to meet strict sustainability standards. Every regulations update brings safety enhancements, and 2026 is no different. The driver's survival cell is subject to more rigorous tests, with side intrusion safety further improved and the roll hoop strengthened to take 23% more load, roughly the weight of 9 family cars. They'll also be protected by a new front impact structure design philosophy. This front section now separates in 2 stages. This gives drivers more protection in large crashes where there are secondary impacts after the first contact. And to reduce the chance of side impacts in low visibility, all cars will have mandatory lights on the side of the mirrors, in addition to the existing rear rain lights.
Good
So,
zo.
how will the
Netjes.
biggest F1 changes in 12 years change driving and racing in 2026? Fundamentally, the soul of F1 remains untouched. The cars will be fast, fierce, and just as jaw-dropping to watch. What's changing is the challenge. With new tech and tighter rules, it's an even bigger test for teams and drivers to prove they've built the best car and earned the right to be called the best in the world. These new regulations weren't built in isolation either. They were shaped by the FIA in close collaboration with the teams and F1. The result? A rule set that's already attracted more manufacturers. That
Oh, dat zijn dit alle motors? Ferrari motor, Mercedes motor, Cadillac motor, Honda motor. Ja, Renault motoren zijn normaal niet meer. Hè. Ferrari wordt dus nu gebruikt door Haas, Ferrari, Haas en Ferrari. Mercedes wordt gebruikt door Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine. Ja, Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, Williams. Ja, die 3. Cadillac, alleen door Cadillac. Honda, Aston Martin. Ford, bij de Red Bull teams en Audi.
means more competition, more innovation, and more chances for surprise breakthroughs. But what about the driving? With less downforce and tighter control over turbulent air, following another car through corners should be easier, but the cars themselves will be trickier to handle. Same power, less grip. Driver skill will be on display with them on the limit more often.
Okay, flat out to the end.
The 2026 car is built for the future, with exciting racing in mind. Every move and every decision will matter more than ever. With cutting-edge advanced sustainable fuel, smarter energy usage, and tech that puts overtaking back in the driver's hands. It's not just a new chapter, it's a whole new playbook. The future of F1 is here, and it's going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable.
Oké. Dat was het dan. Oh ja. Oké, ik vind het best sick. Dit is denk ik beter. Het is waarschijnlijk beter dan de era wat we nu hebben. Alles dicht bij de grond en al die shit. DRS-strijden. Ik hoop dat dat allemaal is gefixt. Ik hoop van wel. Mensen, ik heb echt hier niet de energie voor. Want je kan er ook een keer bereiken. Bedankt voor het kijken en tot morgen. Joejoe.